When my mom died, I thought my world had ended. The air in our house felt different, colder, quieter, as if every wall absorbed her laughter and buried it deep. My dad, Daniel, was broken in ways I couldn't recognize. He stopped smiling, stopped cooking his famous Saturday pancakes, and stopped talking unless it was absolutely necessary. For months, we lived like two ghosts sharing a home, breathing the same air, but never truly seeing each other. One night, I came downstairs to grab water and found him sitting alone at the kitchen table. The lights were off, a half-empty glass of whiskey beside him, and his wedding ring resting on the table. I froze. It was the first time I'd seen him without it. His eyes were red, not from tears, but exhaustion. I wanted to say something, anything, but words caught in my throat. I finally whispered, "Dad, it's okay to miss her." He looked up at me, eyes glistening. "I don't just miss her, Emily," he said softly. "I don't know how to be without her." That night became the first time we truly talked since Mom's funeral. I told him how I couldn't sleep without imagining her walking through the door again, how I missed her perfume in the laundry room, her laughter echoing down the hallway. My dad just nodded, listening, his hand gripping mine like it was the only thing tethering him to life. From that day on, we made a small pact to eat dinner together every night, no matter how quiet it was. Weeks passed, and slowly, I saw pieces of him returning. He started mowing the lawn again, cooking dinner, even humming to himself sometimes. But then someone new appeared in his life. Her name was Claire. She worked with him at the hospital, bright, funny, and way too kind for someone who'd just stepped into her fractured world. The first time I met her, I felt my stomach twist. She wasn't trying too hard. That was the problem. She was just out there. And Dad smiled again when she was around. I didn't hate her, not at first. But the night I found her jacket hanging on our coat rack, I knew things were changing. The jacket wasn't there by accident. It meant she was staying longer. That night, after she left, I asked Dad, "Are you dating her?" He hesitated, then said, "I don't know if dating is the right word, but she makes me feel like I can breathe again." His voice cracked. "Is that wrong?" I wanted to say yes. I wanted to scream that Mom's memory was being replaced too soon. But instead, I whispered, "No, Dad, it's not wrong." Even though it felt like a betrayal, I couldn't stand seeing him shattered anymore. That night, I cried myself to sleep. The next few months were strange. Claire started coming over more often, helping with dinner, sometimes joining us for movie nights. She never overstepped, never sat in Mom's chair, never touched the pictures on the wall. She seemed to know her place, but her presence made me restless. One evening, while setting the table, I overheard her telling my dad that she wanted to help him move forward. I could hear the warmth in her voice, the tenderness. That's when I realized my dad wasn't just surviving anymore. He was falling for her. Things came to a head one stormy night. I was studying in my room when I heard laughter downstairs. His laughter. I hadn't heard it like that in years. I peeked down the staircase and saw them slow dancing in the living room. No music playing, just silence, and the sound of rain hitting the windows. My chest tightened. I ran to my room, buried my face in my pillow, and screamed. It wasn't just grief anymore. It was jealousy, confusion, and guilt all tangled together. The next morning, Dad knocked on my door. "Can we talk?" he asked. I didn't want to, but his voice was too soft to ignore. We sat at the kitchen table again, the same spot where we'd once mourned together. "Emily," he began, "I loved your mother with every piece of my heart. I still do, but she's gone, and I don't think she'd want me to spend the rest of my life alone." His words were heavy, sincere. I looked at him and whispered, "I know. I just don't know how to let her go." He reached across the table and squeezed my hand. "Neither do I," he said. "But maybe, we don't have to let her go. Maybe we just carry her with us while we keep living." That was the moment something inside me shifted. It wasn't approval, not exactly, but it was understanding. Months later, Dad and Claire moved in together. I moved out soon after, not because I hated it, but because I needed space to accept the new version of our family. Still, I visited often, and every time I came back, the house felt warmer alive again. The smell of home-cooked food, laughter echoing in the kitchen. Claire never replaced Mom, but she helped us heal from her loss in ways we couldn't do alone. A year after Mom's death on her birthday, we all went to her favorite park to release lanterns into the sky. As the lights floated higher, I stood beside my dad, holding his hand. I leaned close and whispered, "She'd be proud of you." He looked at me, tears glistening, and whispered back, "She'd be proud of us." For the first time, I believed him. Love doesn't die with a person. It changes shape, it grows, and sometimes it finds new ways to survive. That night, watching those lanterns drift into the stars, I finally felt at peace.